Good morning, class. In the last lecture, we have studied Unit 2, that is a inverse trigonometric function. That is the remaining part. Now, Unit 2 is completed. Now, in this lecture, we start the Unit 3, 4, and 5 revision. So, let's start Unit 3. Unit 3 is a coordinate geometry. Now, in this unit, we find the slope of line. Finding slope of line means एक लाइन दी हुई है, उसका स्लोप कितना है वो फाइंड करना है. तो हम इस लाइन का स्लोप कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? इस लाइन का स्लोप बाय मेजर एंगल. यूजिंग द एंगल वी फाइंड द स्लोप ऑफ दैट लाइन. एंड एंगल कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? यूजिंग tan theta. So theta is the angle. By using tan we are finding the slope of that line. So formula is slope of m is the slope, is equal to tan theta. Here angle is the 45, so slope of line is 1 because of tan 45, that is 1. So example, here theta is equal to 30, means here angle is 30. So slope of m is equal to tan of 30, that is 1 by under root 3. Means here slope of line, this line is 1 upon under root 30. Now here theta is 135, means this angle is 135. So slope of m is equal to tan of 135. So this 35 we can write 180 minus 45 means 135. So tan of 180 minus 45, we know that tan of 180 minus theta is equal to minus tan of theta. Here theta is 45, so minus tan of 45, and 45 is 1, so minus 1, so minus 1. Here slope is a minus 1. In this way we find the slope of that line. So this is the formula for finding slope of line by using angle, that is tan theta. So next, inclination of a line theta. Here theta is not equal to pi by 2. Then slope of line means m is equal to tan of theta. This is formula. We know that slope means m is equal to tan of theta. Now slope of line joining point means P and Q is a y1, y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1, x divided by x2 minus x1, means x2 divided x2 minus x1. Means here one line given joining to point, means ये दोनों पॉइंट को P and here Q को ज्वाइन करते हुए एक लाइन जा रही है, उसका स्लोप फाइंड करना है. तो हम स्लोप कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? दिस टू पॉइंट P एंड Q का यूज़ करके ये फॉर्मूला यूज़ करेंगे, तो दैट इज अ स्लोप ऑफ लाइन, मीन स्लोप ऑफ लाइन ज्वाइनिंग टू पॉइंट्स, दैट इज y2 माइनस y1 डिवाइडेड बाय x2 माइनस x1. स्लोप ऑफ लाइन जब लाइन इस फॉर्म में होगी, मीन्स this line is in this form, this line is ax minus ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is equal to, this means m is the slope of this line, that is minus coefficient of x means a and divided by coefficient of y means b. For example, here this line is a 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. So here coefficient of x is 3, so एक ही जगह 3, and coefficient of y is minus 4, so minus 4. Here minus get cancel. Here slope is 3 by 4. So in this way we are finding the slope of that line. Condition of parallel perpendicular line, we know that जब दो लाइन पैरेलल होगी तो उनका स्लोप सेम रहेगा बिकॉज दे आर नॉट इंटरसेक्ट, so their slope are same. So two line are parallel, then m1 and m2 is equal to, वो equal होगा, m1 equal to m2 means slope of one line is equal to slope of another line, that is m1 is equal to m2. If two lines are perpendicular, then m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1. ये हमने प्रूव किया है. जब एक one line are perpendicular to another line, so their slope of multiplication means slope of one line multiplied by slope of another line, so they give -1. m1 and m2 are the slope of two lines, yes, slope of one line and slope of another line, such that m1 m2 not equal to 1 means not equal to 1. वो इंटरसेक्ट हो रहे हैं बट नॉट अ परपेंडिकुलर, नॉट अ परपेंडिकुलर मीन्स नॉट इक्वल टू -1. देन एंगल बिटवीन द टू लाइन इज tan of theta is equal to mod m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. जब दो लाइन इंटरसेक्ट हो रहे हैं बट नॉट अ परपेंडिकुलर, देन उसका डिस्टेंस कितना होगा, tan of theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. So in this way we are finding distance angle between two lines. We are finding the angle between the two lines. Now another formula, that is x interception and y intercept. This is x intercept, so they use minus coefficient divided by x coefficient, minus constant divided by x coefficient, and y intercept, so they use minus constant divided by coefficient of y. Equation of x axis is y is equal to 0 and equation of y axis is x is equal to 0. So equation of line parallel to x axis is a y is equal to constant because of in this one. So these are line and line are parallel to x axis, means line parallel to x axis. तो इधर की जी वैल्यू की y की they are constant by these line are parallel to x axis, so these are constant. And equation of line parallel to y axis, then x is a constant. Now here also same parallel to y axis, so here value of x, that is a constant. So जब line parallel to y axis, then x is a constant, and line parallel to x axis, so y is a constant. Now finding slope point form of line. जब स्लोप एंड वन पॉइंट दिया होगा तो हम ये यूज करेंगे. देन स्लोप एंड इंटरसेक्ट फॉर्म ऑफ अ लाइन, देन वी यूज दिस वन y is equal to mx plus c, this formula. Then 2 point form of line, one line are passing through 2 points, so we using this formula. These points are x1 y1 x2 y2, where x1 and x2 not equal, so we using this one. So this we can write also this, and in this way, that is a formula for 2 point form of line. 2 point form of line. Now another is 2 intersect of a line. 2 intersect of line, that is this one. So the equation of line make intersect A and B, where A not equal to 0 and B also not equal to 0 on x axis and y axis respectively, means x axis at A and y axis is a B is a y axis. So x divided by A plus y divided by B is equal to 1. This is for 2 intersect form of line. And normal form, that is we know that normal form is this one x cos of alpha plus y sin of alpha is equal to p. If the perpendicular draw from origin to the line has length is p and inclination alpha, then the equation of line is x cos of alpha plus y sin of alpha is equal to p. Here p is the length from the origin to the line. Now here point is A and B, then point midpoint C, and C is the midpoint of segment AB. So using this one, finding midpoint, it is C. These are 2 points. Here A and B point that align, finding midpoint, that is C. So using this one, C of xy, so x1 plus x1 x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So these are A and B are 2 point, then midpoint C of a segment AB. Here AB is a segment and C is the midpoint. So finding midpoint using this formula. Now take one example, finding the equation of line passing through this one. In this example, find the equation of a line passing through the point of an intersection line. This one, हमको one line find करनी है, वो intersection से पास हो रही है. That is, there are two lines and perpendicular to the line. This one means one line are perpendicular on that line. So ये line हमको find करनी है. So here given is a one point and line. So ये line भी perpendicular line है. So हम perpendicular formula use करेंगे. So slope of one line and slope of another line, so they give -1, multiplication of -1. So हमको this line, इस line का slope मिलेगा. In here intersection एक point मिलेगा. So point and slope form of line use करेंगे. So they give equation of that line. So let's start. Here line 1, that is this first line 1, and this is the line 2, and perpendicular to the line 3x means here L3. This is the required line, means we want that line. So this is the required line. So these line are passing through intersection of these two line and also passing also perpendicular to another line, means this one. So we want this line passing through intersection of two line and perpendicular to the another line. So this line is this one. So required line we want to find. So now the given equation of a line are L1 and L2. There are given 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and L2 is means another line. There is 5x minus y is equal to 17. So equation 1 and 2. Now given that required line passing through the intersection point of L1 L2 and perpendicular to L3 means line 3. Let's P be the intersection of L1 and L2. So same, the required line passing through intersection of line. So this is intersection of point, that is P, and line passing through this one and perpendicular to the another line. They are perpendicular. For intersection point, find its intersection point, solve the equation of L1 L2 simultaneously first. So now equation 2 means line 2 multiplied by 3 plus equation 2 means line 2. Here we multiply by 2 line 2 add with line 1 means equation 1. So they use 15x minus 3y equal to 21 plus 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Here minus they get cancelled. So 17x is equal to 34. So x is equal to 34 divided by 17. So 17 to the 34. So x is equal to 2. So put x is equal to 2 in equation number 1. Means here we put x is equal to 2, that is 4 plus 3y is equal to 13. So 4 going opposite side and here divided by this one. 2 plus 3y is equal to 13. So 4 going opposite side, so minus. So 13 minus 4, that is 9, and 3 are divided. So 9 divided by 3 means y is equal to 4. So intersection point P, that is x1 and y1, that is 2 and 3. X is a 2 and y is 3. So intersection point P 2, 3. Now we know that one line are perpendicular to the required line. Now m be the slope of m1 be the slope of line L3 and m2 be the slope of required line. Here m1 is a perpendicular means जो लाइन दी हुई है उसका स्लोप, एंड m2 इज द रिक्वायर्ड लाइन में जो हमको फाइंड करना है उसका स्लोप, दैट इज m2. सो स्लोप ऑफ m3 मीन्स line 3 means m1, that is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. That means m1 is equal to minus 3 divided by 2. So minus get cancel. m3 is equal to 3 by 2. So now since required line perpendicular to L3 means required line are perpendicular to L3, so we know that by perpendicular theorem m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to minus 1. m1 is equal to multiplied by m2 is equal to minus 1. So m1 are going opposite side, they are divide. So m2 means slope of required line is equal to minus 1 divided by m1, that is 3 by 2. So हम उल्टा लिखेंगे because of 1 divided by 3 divided by 2, that is minus 2 by 3. Means this is the required slope of line, minus 2 by 3. So these required lines means जो हमको फाइंड करने हैं वो required line passing through one point, that is P, and this इसका slope हमको मालूम है, that is m2. We know that is the slope minus 2 by 3. So required line passing through P 2, 3 and having slope m2 is equal to minus 2 by 3. So equation of a required line, that is y minus y1 is equal to m2 x minus x1. ये हमने कहाँ से लिखा? From point slope form of line. Point slope form of line. So y minus y1 is equal to m2 x minus x1. So put the value of y1 and x1 and y1 and slope. So they gives y minus 3, slope is a minus 2 divided by 3, x minus 3. Now here 3 are come here, so they are multiplied. Now 3 multiplied by y and 3 multiplied by 3, that is 9. Now 2 multiplied by x and 2 multiplied by minus 2, so minus minus plus 4. Here 3y minus 9 minus 2x plus 4. Then these term are coming come from opposite side. Their sign are changed. That is plus 2x here plus 3y minus 9 and minus 4. Here both are minus minus, so we take addition, but they get minus sign. So 2x plus 3y minus 13 is equal to 0. This is the equation of required line. So equation of required line is 2x plus 3y minus 13 is equal to 0. This is the equation of required line. So in this way we find so many problems on unit 3 lecture. Now another formula, that is finding the distance between perpendicular point to the line. हम फाइंड करेंगे डिस्टेंस बिटवीन पॉइंट टू द लाइन, दैट इज द परपेंडिकुलर पॉइंट टू द line, that is this means one line are and point are here, so these are perpendicular to the line, so ये point from point to line distance कितना है हमको फाइंड करेंगे by using this formula in mod ax plus by1 plus c divided by in under root a square plus b square. Now another, it is a line of a perpendicular form, origin to the line, this ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now we are finding to origin to the line, so this point is the origin, means 0 0 0, so this one, that is c means constant, divided by a square plus b square in mod. Now perpendicular distance between parallel line. Now finding the distance between two parallel lines, there are these two lines are L1 and L2, these are L2 parallel to each other, so finding distance between them मीन्स उन दोनों का डिस्टेंस कितना है, ये डिस्टेंस, तो वो फाइंड करने के लिए हम ये फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे, दैट इज लाइन 1 एंड दिस इज लाइन 2. सो फाइंडिंग डिस्टेंस बिटवीन लाइन 1 एंड लाइन 2, सो दे गिव दिस फॉर्मूला. बाय यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला वी गेट द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन दैट टू लाइन्स. हियर लाइन 1 इज ax1 ax plus by plus c1 is equal to 0, ax by plus c2 is equal to 0, is a c2 minus c1, means this 2 minus this one divided by a square plus b square in mod. So they give distance between two parallel lines. Now here unit 3 is completed. Now start the unit 4, that is the mensuration. Now in this unit we are finding the area of triangle and also Hero's formula we use. Now in this unit we are finding the area of triangle, area of rectangular, rhombus, parallelogram, all type of we finding areas. Now start. First we finding the area of triangle. We know that area of triangle, how to find? Half of base multiplied by height. So these are a triangle. Here base is this one, that is the base B, and height is perpendicular to the base, that is the height. So half of base into height, finding the area of triangle. And also finding area of triangle, here ABC are the length of a three side, means ABC with the length of three side, A, B and C, the three side of a triangle. Then area is equal to in under root S multiplied by S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and where S is a plus B plus C divided by 2, means half of perimeter of triangle, and this is the half of perimeter, means perimeter of triangle means sum of all sides. Sum of all sides means perimeter of triangle. Perimeter means all sides, sum of all sides, that is called as a perimeter. Here S is a half of perimeter, and in this way we are also finding area of triangle in under root S multiplied by S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Now for rectangular, that is a rectangular, we know that rectangular is opposite sides are same. So perimeter of rectangular, that is 2l plus b, means there are two sides, so 2l and 2b, so 2l plus b, and area of a rectangular, base multiplied by height, so l multiplied by b, so l multiplied by b, that is area of rectangular. Now square, in this square all sides are equal, so this we call as a square. So parameter means a plus a plus a plus a, that is 4a, means 4 side, that is the parameter. Now area of square means a square, that is base multiplied by height, so a square. Or we can also find half of diagonal square, so means this one half of diagonal square. स्क्वायर का दोनों डायगोनल सेम रहते हैं, सो हाफ ऑफ डायगोनल स्क्वायर. एंड पैरेललोग्राम, here parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, so here same parameter of parallelogram is 2 l plus b, length and b means breadth, that is l plus b, and area of a parallelogram, that is base multiplied by height, base multiplied by height. Find the area of parallelogram. Now perimeter of rhombus, that is 4 multiplied by side. Here rhombus are also all sides are equal, so 4 multiplied by side, that is 4x, and area of rhombus is equal to base multiplied by altitude, and area of rhombus is equal to half of प्रोडक्ट ऑफ डायगोनल, मीन्स इसका डायगोनल का प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाफ मीन्स 1/2, सो दैट गिव्स एरिया ऑफ रोम्बस, हाफ ऑफ d1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय d2, सो दैट गिव्स एरिया ऑफ रोम्बस. एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपेजियम, दैट इज ट्रेपेजियम, two lines are parallel to each other, and another two sides are opposite, not a parallel, that called as a trapezium. It is half of sum of length of parallel line, this is the sum of length of parallel line, and multiply by height, so they use area of a trapezium. So in this unit we are finding parameter and area of square, rectangular, trapezium, rhombus, parallelogram, and we are also finding area of circle. So that is the diameter of circle, that is 2r, because here radius is r, this is the center, this is r, and these are also radius r, so 2 times r, so diameter is a 2r, and circumference is a 2 pi r because of one rotation completed, so 2 times pi r, that is the perimeter of circle. Area of circle pi r square, we are already studied. So in this way we are finding the area of circle. Now cuboid, so total surface area of cuboid, total surface area, this back side and this front side, so there are 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 sides, so 2 times LB plus BH plus LH, means LB means this side back and upper side 2 times, B and H means side, one side face, and L and H means back side and front side, so 2 times, so there are 2 LB plus BH plus LH, and surface area of vertical face or lateral area of cube is equal to 2 L plus B multiplied by h, and volume of cube V is equal to L plus B, L multiplied by B multiplied by h, means this multiplied by this multiplied by this, means length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So they give volume of cuboid. Now in this cuboid also finding length of diagonal. So here length of diagonal, this point, these two, this one, there is a diagonal. So in a 3D way, 3D diagram, so diagonal also 3D. So an under root L square plus B square plus H square, that is the diagonal of cuboid. Now cube, so here cube, that is a square of 3D diagram, that is a cube, all sides are equal, means length, breadth and height are equal. Total surface of a cube, that is 6 times a square, because there are total surface, means your surface is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, so 6 times a square. Lateral surface area of cube, that is 4 times a square, and volume of cube a cube. So volume of cube means L multiplied by breadth multiplied means length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height, means a multiplied by a multiplied by a, so they use a cube. So next we are finding also right circular cylinder. So in this right circular cylinder, so curve surface area of cylinder means curve surface area of cylinder means this outer body of means curve surface area, that is 2 pi RH. H is the height of cylinder. So curve surface area of cylinder, so they give 2 pi RH, and total surface of a cylinder 2 pi R H plus R, 2 pi R plus or 2 pi R multiplied by H plus R. And volume of a cylinder means this is the volume of a cylinder, pi R square multiplied by height means H. They give volume of that cylinder. Whole cylinder means in this one, so they are whole cylinder. They have 2 radius, because of that is the whole cylinder, means this one, and here center. Outer of a cylinder radius is capital R, and inner side it is small r, and here thickness, here some thickness, so that way there are 2 radius, capital R and small r. So capital R and small r is the external and internal radius of a whole cylinder. Then curved surface area of a whole cylinder, that is 2 pi h means height, r plus capital R plus small r means outer radius and inner radius, and total surface area of whole cylinder, it is 2 pi capital R plus small r h plus capital R minus small r, that is the total surface area of whole cylinder. And volume of whole cylinder, they use pi capital R square minus r square multiplied by h. So in this way finding volume of whole cylinder. Now also finding cone of volume of cone and surface area of a cone. Finding length, first finding the length of cone, that is L is equal to under root r square plus h square, and curved surface area of a cone, that is CS, means pi r L, and total surface area of cone means they have a cone, so total surface area of that cone pi r L plus r. In volume of cone, that is 1/3 means 1 by 3 pi r square multiplied by h, means volume of cylinder with radius r and height is h. So they use volume of cone. Now we are also studying sphere, hemisphere and spherical shell. So surface area of a sphere of a radius r is given by s is equal to 4 pi r square unit, and curved surface area of hemisphere that is a sphere that is 4 pi r and hemisphere of a radius r, so they give 2 pi r square, and total surface area of a closed hemisphere of radius r, so they given by total surface area of a closed hemisphere is equal to 3 pi r square unit. This is a closed hemisphere, means inner side, and capital R and small r are outer and inner radius of a hemispherical shell. This is the outer and inner, means this is outer and inner radius of a hemispherical shell, that is outer surface area is equal to 4 pi capital R square unit. Volume of sphere, hemisphere and spherical shell. Find the volume. So volume V of a sphere of a radius r, V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube unit. This is the volume of sphere. Now volume of a hemisphere of a radius r, that is V is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube unit. This is the volume of hemisphere, and volume V of a spherical shell whose outer and inner radius are capital R and small r respectively. So they give V is equal to 4 by 3 pi capital R cube minus small r cube. So they give volume of spherical shell. Now here our unit 4 is completed. Now start the unit 5, that is statistic. Now in this unit we are finding the range and also finding mean, median. First we are finding the range. We know that how to find range. So range is equal to largest value minus smallest value. One row का largest value minus smallest value means L minus S. L is the largest value and S is the smallest value. So they give range of that distribution. Range for row and ungrouped data. For row and ungrouped data, so range is equal to largest value minus smallest value L minus S, and group data range is equal to upper limit of highest value, means upper limit of highest value minus lower limit of lowest value. Upper limit of highest value take minus lower limit of lowest value. So they give range of group data. Now we are finding coefficient of range. Coefficient of range means L minus S divided by L plus S. So they give coefficient of range. So this also we are finding. So unit 4 lecture we are finding the range and coefficient of range also. Now we are finding arithmetic mean and median. So in this way we are finding first mean and median. So arithmetic mean for row data. How to find arithmetic mean? Mean means x bar. So x bar कैसे find किया? Sum of observation कितना है and total number of observation means 1 2 3 4. There are number of observation that is here and sum of all these. So put here. So they give mean of row data. And in the step deviation for row data, for step deviation we are using these a plus summation of di divided by n. Here di is the xi minus a is the assumed mean, and n is the total number of observation. Now second, arithmetic mean, finding mean for ungrouped frequency means ungrouped data. So हम डायरेक्ट मीन फाइंड करते हैं. हाउ टू फाइंडिंग मीन ungrouped data, summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. And for step deviation method, we finding mean. Only mean means x bar find a plus summation of fi di divided by summation of fi, where a is the assumed mean and di is equal to xi minus a. And arithmetic mean for group frequency means group data. So direct mean फाइंड करता है summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi, that is x bar. Xi is a midpoint of a class interval. We finding how we know that how to find midpoint of the class interval. Upper boundary plus lower boundary divided by 2, so that gives xi. Then finding the mean. And step deviation method, x bar is equal to a plus summation of fi di divided by n multiplied by c. A is the assumed mean, n is the summation of fi means total number of observation, xi is the mid value of class interval, and c is the equal width of class interval. And we know that di is the xi minus a divided by c. In this way we are finding the mean. Now finding the median. For median for रो डाटा के लिए median कैसे फाइंड करते हैं. So arrange whole data, n is a ascending or descending order. So n is equal to odd number, जब odd रहेगा then median n plus 1 divided by 2, and n is equal to even number, so they give n divided by 2. Then observation. So median is equal to n divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 2, so they give median for a raw data. And for ungrouped data, in the ungrouped data we prepare cumulative frequency by using frequency median of the value of x corresponding to the cumulative frequency, that is n by 2 or just greater than n by 2. जब cumulative frequency n by 2 होगी तो डायरेक्ट that is the median, and जब नहीं होगी तो just greater than n by 2, and n is the total of a frequency means summation of fi. And median of group data, median find करेंगे group data, that is L plus n by 2 minus fc. This is the frequency, cumulative frequency median class की ऊपर वाली, and fm is the frequency multiplied by c. C means the constant, that's the difference of that two class interval. L is the lower limit of middle class, n is the total frequency, that is summation of fi, and fi is the frequency of middle class, and cumulative fc is the cumulative frequency of just previous of middle class, and c is the width of class interval. That is, we know that. Now we find mean deviation for raw data. Finding mean deviation for raw data. So mean deviation about mean we using this formula, and mean deviation about median using this formula. Above हमने क्या पढ़ा, how to find mean and median. How to find mean and median means this one, ये कैसे find करते हैं ये पढ़ा. Now in this one we are finding mean deviation. Finding mean deviation about mean and mean deviation about mean. This is for raw data and this is for ungrouped data. This is mean deviation about mean, and this is mean deviation about median. So that is we are already study in the lecture, and this is group data, mean deviation about mean, and this is a mean deviation about median. So summation of xi is a class interval and x bar is a mean, and here m is a median, xi is a class interval. Same here, xi is a class interval, x bar is a median, sorry mean, and m is a median, xi is a class interval. And here also same, xi is a class interval and is mean, class interval and median. So both are same. Some formulas are just slightly changes. Now then we are finding the standard deviation, means SD we are finding. So standard deviation for raw data. So SD is equal to sigma is equal to in under root summation of xi minus x bar square divided by n. So they give this. So di is the xi minus x bar and x bar is the mean. We know that. In this one we can write this and this also, and we know that x bar is the mean, and how to find x summation of xi divided by n. And this is the standard deviation for ungrouped data, means ungrouped frequency distribution. SD means standard deviation is equal to sigma in under root summation of fi xi minus x bar square divided by summation of fi di square, and these are we know that, and these are using this one we write this also. Now standard deviation group frequency means group data, standard deviation is equal to sigma under root summation of fi xi minus x bar means mean whole square divided by n. That is these and these we write also. And step deviation method is a step deviation, standard deviation by step deviation method, that is sigma is equal to under root summation of fi di square divided by summation of fi minus summation of fi di divided by summation of fi whole square multiplied by c. So a is a assume mean and c is the class width of class interval. And in this one we are also finding variance. Variance is equal to square of standard deviation. Coefficient of standard deviation is a standard deviation divided by mean, means sigma divided by x bar, and coefficient of variance is standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. And in this one we can write this one also, means standard deviation is equal to sigma under root variance. So ये हमने सब फॉर्मूले मीन्स ये सब वेरिएंस फाइंड किया, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएंस, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन, मीन, मीडियन सब फाइंड किया इन द यूनिट 4. नाउ हियर यूनिट 4 is completed. So all the best for UT 2. Now we are stop here.